Your bank does not have your money. Right now, as you listen to this, the money you deposited is gone, lent out to someone else. And your bank is completely, legally allowed to do that. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is how the entire global banking system works. And once you understand it, you will never look at your bank account the same way again. Here's what most people believe. You put $1,000 in the bank. The bank keeps it safe. You come back next week and your $1,000 is there. That is the story. That is what we are all taught to believe. Here's what actually happens. You deposit $1,000, the bank is only required by law to keep a small fraction of that in reserve. In the United States, that number has actually been 0% since 2020. Zero. The bank can lend out every single dollar you deposited, and not just once. Through a process called fractional reserve banking, that $1,000 you deposited can become $9,000 of loans circulating in the economy. Think about that for a second. The bank takes your real money and uses it to create new money out of thin air. Money that did not exist before you walked in. Here's how it works step by step. You deposit $1,000 at Bank A. Bank A lends $900 to someone else, keeping only $100 in reserve. That borrower spends the $900 and it lands in Bank B. Bank B now lends out $810 of that. That money gets deposited somewhere else and the cycle continues. By the end of this chain, your original $1,000 has turned into roughly $9,000 of money flowing through the economy, created from nothing. Economists call this the money multiplier effect, banks call it normal business, critics call it legal counterfeiting. Now here's where it gets really uncomfortable. Not only is your bank lending out your money, they are charging interest on it. The borrower pays 5, 10, 15% interest on money that did not exist before your deposit made it possible. The bank profits, the borrower pays. And you, the original depositor, you get maybe 2% if you're lucky, sometimes less than 1. So let me make sure this is crystal clear. You bring real money to the bank uses your money to create new money, lends that new money out, charges interest on it, keeps most of the profit, and pays you a fraction of a percent for the privilege. And if too many people ask for their money back at the same time, that is called a bank run. And the entire system collapses, which is exactly why governments have deposit insurance programs like the FDIC in America and the FSCS in the UK. Because without them, the whole structure falls apart the moment people figure out what is actually going on. The system is not broken. The system is working exactly as designed. It was designed to use your money to make money for someone else. Now, does this mean you should pull your cash out and stuff it in a mattress? No, because inflation would eat it alive. And that is a story for another video. What this means is that you need to stop thinking of a bank account as a safe place to store value. It is not a vault, it is a machine. And right now, you are one of the parts that makes it run. If this made you look at your bank account differently, wait until you hear how your credit score was invented and who actually benefits from it. That one will make your blood pressure rise. Hit subscribe so you do not miss it.